Hello and welcome to my Starcraft 2 journey, where I learned to not be quite as terrible as I currently am. Now, last episode, cleverly titled Holy Mackerel, I thought that was amazing. So last episode, I showed how making lots of bases and lots of workers equals a win, right? Sadly, not always. For there are some. There are some who would seek to strike you early. Why is this fellow saving up all his money, you may ask? I don't actually know. I have no idea. But oh, here we go. It's the spawning pool. 1, 2, 3. He has another drone over here, but this is essentially, this is a 6 pool. Maybe not a full-on 6 pool, which is quite scary, because it means if it was a full-on 6 pool, this could happen even earlier. But the idea behind a 6 pool as a Zerg is you make a spawning pool, which will allow you to make Zerglings, and then you just, with the larvae you don't bother making any drones, don't bother with a silly thing like economy, you just make Zerglings, 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 and get them early. Now this, obviously not unbeatable, it can be repelled, but it's definitely a skill that needs to be learned, and is the bane of newbies such as myself. What do I see at this point? I've seen him and I've spotted the pool. As you can see, I'm giving it a good long hard look. And I do know what a spawning pool looks like. It's pretty much the only thing I can scout. Every other game I scout when things are happening, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's a base. I don't know what it means. But this, I know what this means. And if I didn't know what that means, I definitely know what this means. So this is a bit scary, as I don't have any army whatsoever, which for 2 minutes 30 seconds in is quite reasonable. It's just that 6 pools are brutal. It's only a small force, could easily be repelled by a couple of things. Now, what you need to do, well, is you need to wall off, obviously, so the Zerglings can't just run by. I was a bit late, and that wasn't a proper wall off, because they just ran right through. And obviously, as soon as that pylon goes down, I'm doomed. I'm doomed, I'm doomed. So I'm pulling my probes off the line, trying to kill them. Zerglings are very weak, probes can win, but even though I may repel these Zerglings, but I've lost the game, we can pretty much see that. So, we can just fast forward now. I just want to show you the effects of a 6 pool, or at the very least an early pool, to just show how quickly it can ruin everything. The game's barely started, and just here, so I hang on for a surprisingly long time. I don't know why. I think it's because I do follow the mantra, never give up, never surrender. There's a chance to pull back. See, I'm still getting more income than him. The point of a 6 pool is that you just, let's go back to everyone. Yeah, he doesn't have any more drones than he started with, so my income is fine. It's just that because of the constant harassment, I can't actually build the soldiers I need. I can afford them, but I can't build them. But if I'd learnt to deal with this properly, I don't even know why I've done that, but if I learnt to deal with this properly, I would have been able to repel this. I don't like how northern I sound when I say "ter." I would have been able to repel this, but not this time. This was my very first 6 pull, but I'm still polite. I still GG because I'm a good person. Whoops. So let's check out the rest of my replays to see what happens. Replays. And this is the one where I started playing this morning. Yes. You saw 6 pull 2, but you don't need to know anything about that. It was just me being 6 pulled again. So I'll just breeze through this one again, because it's just me getting 6 pulled again. I just want to see if I deal with it any better than I did before. There you go. Pull. Oh wait, hang on. I guess it's not a 6 pull. So I'm currently failing to repel things that aren't even 6 pools. This is just an early pool. But oh, as you can see, his Zerglings are in, and I'm losing again. Yet again, just failing. This early aggression. There you go, my probes finished off the Zergs, but yeah. There's very little I can do at this point. The income. Yeah. Ah, and this was it. An offensive GG. Him announcing that the game was over, and I say mannered, bro. Mannered meaning bad-mannered in Starcraft, as opposed to in real life where it usually means good-mannered. That bloke is mannered, usually means good-mannered. In Starcraft it means bad-mannered. But, rude as he is, he's kind of right. I mean, this obviously is good. So, I leave. I feel if he's going to offensive GG for me, I'm not going to bother following protocol either. So this is shaping up to be a pretty depressing episode. Pretty depressing episode. Load. Load this episode. I've forgotten what this replay is, so look forward to great... I mean, the title gives it away. It was not a 6 pool, but early aggression nonetheless, so... see what he does. He's currently fairly standard. So, I'm afraid this video won't show me repelling a 6 pool because I'm still nowhere near equipped to deal with those. I need some practice. I need to find some lovely person on the internet and say, hey, mind just 6 pulling me over and over again so I can practice against it? Who knows? Maybe I'll teach Aiden how to 6 pool and just force him to do it to me over and over. Either way, though this isn't a 6 pool, and if this were a 6 pool he'd have attacked like 2 minutes ago, maybe even 3 minutes ago. But still, he's obviously coming in with some early aggression. So let's see what I've got. I've got the wall. I've got a zealot, 2 zealots, and a sentry. I need to pull that guy back. Good. So I'm just doing my normal thing at this point. Slightly defensively minded. I mean, with the wall. It pays off. Bam, sentry. Puts down the force field. The advice I got from someone who 6-pulled me and was well, yeah, he 6-pulled me and was nice enough to give me advice afterwards on how to deal with it. And these fellows are the key. Just put a force field up and you essentially shut the whole thing down for as long as you want. For as long as you want. I'm so northern today. Get 4 sentries and you can pretty much keep the shields up forever. So now the challenge is just how the hell do I get those up early enough? No. Anyway, I'm dealing nicely with this. The force fields, there's not much they can do. I'm bringing out Stalkers now to shoot from the high ground, so they'd have to sacrifice Zealots' lives. And what have I got here? A Stargate. Given that I've walled myself in, I feel I need to fly. Now, I'm waiting till I get 2 Void Rays. 2 Void Rays. In the meanwhile, just reinforcing my wall, because it looks like he's really committing to this. So, hang on, let me look at the income. Yeah. 33 works to 19, so even though it wasn't a 6 pool, he's still going with a very defensive mindset. I mean, he's expanding only just now, but it's not like he's had economy on the mind. But bear in mind, this aggression does essentially limit me to 1 base until I find a proper way to deal with it. I mean, really, Void Rays would lock it down because Zerglings can't hit flying, but I've decided to send my Void Rays in just to twist his shit. And his queens are the only things that can hit them, which... oh... so it takes down 1, but at least this one's fully charged. He's got nothing else in his base that can hit it. So essentially this Void Ray, even though his brother was lost, is now an immortal force of death. As you can see, I'm just blasting those drones. And what am I attacking? The hatchery. Good. But he brings out another queen. But this ray is fully charged, so it's just going to rip that queen to shreds before she can do anything. Anyway, a bit self-indulgent watching this in normal speed, you get the gist. This wall's just been holding off Zerg attacks. Got another Void Ray just to clean things up. Sending out... oh, another queen. More Zerglings. I guess he's hoping to go in for attack, but of course it's not going to work. GG, he GG's, which is probably the first polite GG I've seen in a long time. But yeah, so that was me holding off early aggression. Not a 6 pool, but early aggression. It'll be a while before I can deal with early aggression. Anyway, yeah, I don't really want to show you fool me. It's just me losing against a Protoss because I just expanded too early and didn't make an army at all. I suppose we'll just finish it off with a replay that's exactly the same as the last one. Do I know how to make an exciting video? Oh, this one's a lot longer. I know why. We're going to play this in mostly 8 speed because I don't know how long this video is getting because I have no sense of time. Just showing you early rushes and how it can sort of screw with you. And honestly, I'm looking forward to the day when I can deal with a 6 pool because time isn't yet. Hang on, let me look at the units. Yeah, he's got 12 drones, so it's definitely not a 6 pool, but he's certainly bringing those Zerg out early. Oh my god, they're in my mineral line! Let's back up and see how that went. Where are the little Zergies? Where are they? So here's me doing my normal wall. Again, we're 3 minutes 40 seconds in. If this were a 6 pool, they'd be killing me by now. I really... I'm just going to have to find some replays of people repelling 6 pools. That's what I'm going to need to do. That's a clever idea. I'm such a clever person. But I've spotted the Zerglings. I mean, I spotted the spawning pool anyway, and like I say, if I spot a spawning pool and no gas, that's the only thing I can successfully scout, because that's as far as my cleverness goes. So I got the Zealot, but again, not quite got the hang of this wall thing. They just run right past me. So in my mineral line, but luckily, because Zerglings are so weak, they get finished off quite quickly, and here I go with the sentry. How much is a force field? Force field is 50. And they start with 50. I am now pretty much safe. But the early aggression, it still screws me up, as you can see. I mean, I'm not building pylons at all. I forgot to get this gateway. I'm going on really high money, actually. I'm not following my build properly at all. Early aggression still shakes me up quite a bit. These higher level players, you see them, they have nerves of steel. They're like, you're hammering my base down with an army? That's fine. I'm cool, I'm serene. And, yeah. So I'm just hovering at shitloads of money, not building any pylons, which... Dear me, dear me, dear me, dear me. And now I realise, oh, I need pylons, so let's put loads of them. Here I'm trying to ape my previous success, having a scout round, and I feel comfortable enough taking an expansion, seeing as he hasn't followed up in his egg attacks. And obviously, because he didn't do a 6 pool, it wasn't an all-in, he didn't ruin his economy, he is now getting a more proper army. Though this is currently a ground-only army, though I can tell you for a fact that by the time I move in with these Void Rays, he does have Hydralisks, so we can hit air. Oh, he goes in with 1 Zergling, which I shouldn't mock, actually. That's a good idea. You should... A common scouting method, if you can't get in their base, to try and figure out what your opponent is doing, a scouting method I heard of is move in with 1 unit and see what kills you. That's how you can tell what they're doing. Obviously he's got this scouting down. He's got a Zergling every expansion, just making sure I don't do anything whatsoever. Which, not a bad idea really, but... I mean, I've successfully recovered from the fear of an early attack, and... Yeah, and I'm just laughing at these Zerglings. Because my army is pretty big. Let me look at income. Yeah, I'm doing better than him economically. And again, even though he didn't go with an all-in 6 pool, he's sort of stopped making drones, so... I don't want to comment on this player's skill level, but yeah, the longer he doesn't attack me now, the more I'm going to win. Because I have the higher income. Oh, I've got these... I was a bit shy with these Void Rays this time, probably because I got suspicious when he was no longer attacking me, but I'm sending them in now. Sending them in... Oh, I'm in slow motion, sorry about that. Sending them in now. Taking out some drones. He's got quite a few queens though, but he's sending them away. Now he's sending them back. So I got to have my way with this mineral line quite a bit. Let's look at the units lost. Oops, the units lost. Yeah, I've taken barely any losses whatsoever. He killed 2 probes at the start of that attack. But oh dear, now I'm losing Void Rays. Now I have to run, now I have to run. Look how expensive Void Rays are. I lost quite a bit. But that still probably counts as a worth it attack because I killed so many of his drones, and he's not making drones to replace the drones he's lost, so... Let's fast forward this now. You can see how I won. I mean, I suppose this wasn't the best video. I showed myself losing to really early aggression, and then winning to aggression that wasn't so early, so there was no, oh, I lost to something, but then I improved and got better. This was more of a, oh, I lost to something, but then the next time they didn't do it quite as much as they did the first time, so I won. I think now I could steamroll his base at this point, but I don't know that. Aggressive play always makes me nervous. That's something I need to learn to fight. I'm taking a third. So just, I think, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where? Oh, I not even made it yet. Let's fast forward. Fast forward. So I'm just defending, saturating this third base, being awesome. There it is, a fleet beacon. Just to really overkill this, I am making carriers. I suppose I also thought this was a game I've obviously got in the bag. It was a decent opportunity to mess around with carriers because I've never had the chance before. So now I going for the attacks. He attacked me with what I realised was his full army and then was forced to run away in a matter of seconds. Standing just outside his base. Just outside his base. And I've got carriers and a decent ground force. So there you go, big final battle. I just clean up everything. Clean up everything. And he leaves without a GG, which is to be expected by now. But yeah, so this... I hope this was an okay episode. It's just all I've been doing all morning is dying to rushes and then not dying to rushes that weren't quite as rushy as before. So goodbye and good night.